Gentlemen, Ryan Parsons.
Rob Gunn, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you guys. Good to see you.
Rob Gunn.
We represent Cameron Bait.
Very good.
So, I mean, really nice season this year, on the verge of the playoffs.
We're right there, guys. We're right there.
Great season.
How did you guys feel about it?
We felt good. We think we have some good pieces in place. Good young core.
Right.
I think we have the team that could maybe make a bigger push next year. So we'll see.
Yeah. So do you consider Cameron, as part of that core? As part of.
We thought that he came together nicely this year. We would like to see him continue to do that and see a bigger sample size, a little more consistency, but we like where he's going, that's for sure.
Yeah, with that chemistry with him and Wilson, I mean, that's not something you can really buy or, teach. So I think we're looking good for the seasons to come, We're excited.
We're really excited. He's really interested in staying in Tampa Bay. He really likes it there, and he likes his chemistry with Jameis so far, and he thinks, there's a bright future.
We got Evans, who's a great target, so, between those two threats, it's not easy for a defense to,
So that's why you guys are here today, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
So what do you guys want to talk about? We have him under contract right now. Do y'all want to modify
Right, next year he's going on restricted free agency.
Well, that'll be in 18. Next year, we have him under contract through next year.
Right, 18.
For $690,000, and then in 18 he'll be restricted. So explain to us why we should sign him now as opposed to letting him play out the rest of his contract and addressing that later.
Well, I think that, as we're kind of looking over the Bucs salary cap next season, for 2017, you all have, I think, around $60 million in cap space. So, you could really get him at a discount now and wait until he gets to, but you can sign him before he gets to free agency, and you can really get him at a discount now.
We might disagree with your salary cap number there, but go ahead.
Are we mistaken? What is your salary cap starting next year?
Are we missing something?
What are numbers on that?
It's regardless. Will you say we could get him at a discount now? What would you say is a discount if we were to sign him this year?
Well, we'll look at, let's just go back and kind of rehash. He led the NFL in touchdowns for a tight end, right? He was top 10 in receiving yards, and he was top 15 in receptions for tight ends. I mean, so he's well known as a top 15 performer.
And that's not just tight ends. Receivers, if you count receivers in there, his reception, his yards per catch, those are all on top of the charts with receivers and tight ends included.
Sure.
So some comparable players in terms of production, and even less. They've performed less, especially this season. Vance McDonald, who is only had 4 touchdowns, 24 receptions. He signed in 2016 for $6.5 million per year, and signed a 5-year deal worth $16 million guaranteed. And just the performance for Vance McDonald. He's 26 years old, around the same age as Cameron, and we just feel that's a very comparable number to what Cameron.
I think we agree that we're happy here. Our client's happy here.
Sure.
The club's heading in a good direction, and like I said, the chemistry that he has with our quarterback right now, Winston. We'd like to stay. Are you guys willing to negotiate a 5-year contract?
Yeah, the thing about the 5 years is that put him at 32 years old, right? He's 27 now.
No, I'm sorry.
27? You said he was 27?
He's 27.
Yeah.
No, he's 25.
He's 25.
So he's at the prime year for him to start producing.
He's only 25.
You sure?
He's 27.
Oh yeah, positive. He was born in.
Our client.
27, so he's 27 for this.
He's 27.
Okay.
We know our client. We know our client better than anyone.
He's born in 91.
25 years old.
We thought he was 27. Anyways.
Well, not that we know.
Hey, 32, 35, what's the difference?
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, so all right, you guys want a 5-year deal. That's what you want. We like Cameron. We want to keep him around if we can. We just got to arrive at a consensus on.
Do you feel comfortable with a 5-year deal?
We do, but the thing is, we have him under contract for another year. So, like you said, we could get him at a discount. If it's a discount, we like the 5 years because whether
Right.
he's 30 or 32, that puts him pretty close to the declining age in the NFL at the end of that 5-year deal. So
I don't know if I would
If-
consider that a declining age.
Well,
I mean,
the
you have
research-
guys like Greg Olson and Jimmy Graham, Delaney Walker. They're top 5 in receiving yards this season, and they're all 30.
And bottom line, we have a system that's working, and it's on. Next season we're going to be making playoffs if we stay. Absolutely.
Sure. So let's talk. I mean, so if we can agree on 5 years, right? So 5-year deal. How much? What do you think is fair for you all to?
Well, again, we have him under contract, and then for next year and the year after that, we can match anything. So we're kind of wondering, y'all came here to this meeting for a reason to modify this. We're kind of wanting to see what your numbers are, what you would realistically expect Cameron to make.
Sure. Well, we'll say we think that an acceptable deal over 5 years was probably about $6.5 million average per year, and we'd want around 15.5 guaranteed.
That's pretty high.
we'll see that.
I don't think it is high. I mean, Jordan Reed, who is 26 years old, a year older than Cameron
but
this
if you
year.
want to talk about players, tell me if you've heard of any of these guys. O.J. Howard, David Njoku, Evan Ingram, Gerald Everett. Heard of any of them?
So what about him?
They're all rookies that we are targeting for this draft coming up that can possibly take his place, and we can get them for a lot less than $6 million a year.
Okay, I mean, you may be, you
If you
may
wanna
have
talk
some
names.
young prospects, coming up, but those guys haven't had the success that, Cameron has already had with Jameis.
And we both know people come in and out of the league. You can't put your basket in the draft pick when you have somebody who's proving that they're producing for you.
Well, that's it. We want to offer him a contract that will reward him for his performance. We just need to see that performance more than half of a season.
Right. And Jordan Reed has proven over years that he's can produce on the field. Now you said that puts us at 5 years, $32.5 million with 16 guaranteed is what you're asking for. Is that right?
Yep.
Because that doesn't sound like very much of a discount. If we were to sign him this year, this season we only even have $5.6 million.
Let me tell you why it is a discount. Is because Jordan Reed, who has the most similar numbers to Cameron this season, he signed a deal this season for 5 years, $9.5 million per year with $22 million guaranteed. And in the open market in 2018, when Cameron becomes a free agent, is going to demand just as much, if not more. So we're asking.
And I agree with that, but why wouldn't we let him play for $700,000 next year? And if that is the case, and he produces again, we'll be more than happy to pay that.
Well, consider this. I mean, we both know that players know each other's salaries.
Sure.
You know that if he produced for you last year, only starting 10 games, he put up top numbers in the league. Do you really want to send your tight end into next season? Kind of feeling like he wasn't, rewarded for his production.
In addition to that, Jameis Winston will
season.
be a free agent in 2020.
But
he's not going to want to re-sign with you guys if he doesn't have any weapons.
If you take away
James
one of
was
his
there.
top 2, targets, one of his favorite targets, I don't think you want to, fix a system that's not broken.
Well, we
we're on
definitely
our way
have
to
to bring in.
playoffs.
We definitely have to bring in some more weapons, and that's kind of being factored into our decision.
Okay.
As to whether.
So what kind of if you think our number is high?
Look, we believe in Cameron. We believe in him. We believe in him enough to offer him a 5-year contract and believe in him enough to give him the opportunity to prove that. What it sounds like with this high number is you guys don't believe in him. You guys think he's going to get injured again or not going to make it 5 years with this huge deal.
That's
We
not
believe
a matter
in
of
him. We
fairness.
believe in him.
That's not at all. We believe in him now because, and he's our client. He's instructing us to do this. He wants to stay. He wants to get, he wants to shore up his chemistry with Jameis Winston over the next couple of years, and then when Jameis
And we want him to stay also, but not. That's a big number.
So let's work
talk.
with something that's
let's work
comfortable with
a
you.
little bit. What do you think about?
You said 16 million guaranteed. We're more thinking, the 7-8 range.
That's about right.
Over 5 years?
Over 5 years. Now, the 32.5 number is going to have to go down. We were thinking more the 20 number, with a little bit more of that being in the back end, just to protect ourselves. We've already shown that we have confidence in Cameron, by signing him as an undrafted free agent and by cutting our previous starting tight end, knowing that this is our guy. So We want to show that we have confidence in him, but not for that number.
So you said 7, 8 guaranteed? Mm-hmm. 7, 8 guaranteed? Is that what you said?
7 to 8, yeah, we'll say 8. Yes.
We'll say 8.
Yes.
How about we meet in the middle there and we go with 11 guaranteed?
See, we felt that.
We get 11 guaranteed. We have signing bonus.
All right, let me ask you this. What do you think their real number was?
2.
Yeah,
Probably-
Any idea?
No, I would say 25, 5 years, 25.
Do you have any idea what they would have gone to? Probably not.
No.
Because you guys spent so much time talking about football, you forgot to talk about the deal. And this is a trap that you fall into, is that the outside issues, which you're aware of and you're knowledgeable of and you're fans of, take you to a different position. The way you really wanted to approach this is talk a little bit about why you think the deal has value, and then put a deal down and start trying to work the deal. Lay out the deal and try to say it. Now, you guys spend a lot of time talking about what their team's going to look like next year, whether they're running the right system. But you're not football people. You're executives. You're not the coaches. I have agents come in when I was a GM and they'd say, this guy's going to run a better cover 2 than anybody. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. And I'd say, I said, Jim, I don't know. Show me what cover 2 is, because I don't even understand what it is. He doesn't have a damn idea what it is. Right. So I always tell him, don't come in here telling me you're the football guy, or telling me the relationship and the chemistry of my players playing, in third long situations. Your job is not to be the football guy. Your job is to be the contract negotiators. And so disavow yourself of really delving into the football stuff.
It seemed like
it's not really your playground.
It seemed like they were just refusing to give us a number and give us what they were thinking. But so I
Well,
just didn't want
go
to.
first.
But we gave our number. I just didn't want to just immediately say, okay, well you're not telling us, so let's go to 5 million.
Right. Well, they kept saying, you got to tell us. They kept saying, we have him under contract for this year, next year. And Josh, remember you started off, you had a little goof because you said he's up next year. It's really you had the contract year and then the restricted free agent year.
Yeah, but isn't it 2017? Next year is 2018.
2018 will be
No.
unrestricted.
No, next year he's under contract and the following year is his restricted
Oh, okay.
free agent.
Gotcha.
So you guys were right to stonewall it. I mean, you did a very effective job. You weren't going to give anything until they told the number. And you should have been able to see, he might have given you a number, but there was no chance in hell you're getting it. You got to tell me why you want to do the deal. I mean, he was making that abundantly clear. So, then you don't have a choice, right? So lay your deal out and then try to sell your deal. And so I think that would have helped you a little bit. But the trap is to get caught up in the football. Because assume it's not football. Assume it's a doctor that wants to be paid this money and he's the head of the orthopedic clinic. It just coincidentally happens to be football. And it's something we all like that are football fans and want to talk about it, but it's a big trap because it takes you away from really focusing on the issues. So there just wasn't enough time. I think you started Ryan well when you said you gave him real value. There's a discount to be had here. Yes, you have him under contract for the next 2 years, but if he remains an accelerating player, you're going to get him at a discount. And then, Rob, you picked up on that nicely, and you said, where's the beef? What's the discount? That would have been the opportunity. I know you were trying to get there, but it wasn't clear.
You guys go away from the door and away from the camera. Go all on this, so you got to move over this way a little bit.
What exactly the discount was. You didn't have to say it in terms of number. You could say, I'm going to give you a lesser average per year, or we're going to have less guaranteed money that it might cost you. Or if you look at free agent deals for tight ends, you could anticipate in a couple of years you might have to pay a $25 or $30 million bonus. We're only asking for 10. So that would help me see.
I tried to do that with the Jordan Reed comparison.
What is the discount? Because I think what he said is, I will do a deal if it's a discount. So that was a concession. So that would have been the time to dive into really trying to lay out where you thought you had a discount. Again, avoid the conversation. It was good in the beginning to congratulate them on the season, but then stay away from it. Don't say, hey, you're going to do this next year. We think you're going to win 10 games. Your job is to negotiate the deal, not to really deal with the team's football issues. So I think what you lost a little bit in that. You said they had cap room. I think that was good. That you were starting to give those reasons. I think you opened the door well to those, but then you got to go in and hammer those issues. especially when you get comments back that say, that's the opening, because that was really the opening. The opening was, show me a deal that's a discount, and I'm willing to consider it. And I think you probably were. First, you gotta show what the cost would be to do it later, and what the cost would be to do it now. You follow that? Okay. Anybody comments, what did you guys see? Compared to the first one, it seemed a little bit more football talk than contract talk, right? Kind of got a little away, and that's just a little bit of the trap that can happen. So just pay attention to that when you do the deal the next time we do it. Good job.
Good job, guys.
All right.
You guys almost have it.
number 3, yeah.